Chris Chinnock here, IBC 2022. I'm in the IntoPix booth where they're going to talk about their TICO codecs. The second technology that IntoPix is highlighting is their TICO XS FIP, the FIP. And that stands for Flawless Image Profile. It's one of the profiles in the JPEG-XS. The normal one is this high profile that's been used by most customers. The FIP profile adds error concealment and some more efficiency in the way it can, I guess, encode the content. I'm not quite sure exactly how it does that, but the results are that you can compress, as they're demonstrating here, 4K 60p 444 HD over a wireless link at 750 megabits, or if you want to go 8K HDR, you can go over Cat5 at these data rates up to 1.6 gigabits. And what they're showing here is actually the 4K version from that chart. So the source is down here. It's going out over Cat5 up to this wireless transmitter. This wireless transmitter, I'm told, is running at 60 gigahertz. And so this screen is the source. The receiver is over here. It's being decoded in this board down here using TICO XS FIP. And then you see the decoder result here. And by looking at the source and the decoded result, you can see that there's basically no latency between these and no loss of fidelity. And having the Excel spreadsheet here just shows you the fine level of detail that can be rendered without loss of detail. So that's pretty impressive. The next demonstration is with TICO XS, and this is an 8K demonstration. So the source is coming out here in this box. It's actually an 8K 60 source, but the GPU is configuring it in 8K 3444. That's going out over HDMI to this encoding board here. That signal is then sent over Cat5 to this. It's actually a 2.5 gigahertz switch, and it has two outputs from that. One output goes to the JPEG-XS decoder board here, with the output going over HDMI to the screen, which you see up over here. And to be clear, this 8K 3444 is running over Cat5 at 1 gigabits, 1 gigabit per second. The other output is going over to this laptop over here. This is running the latest Intel CPU and GPU, the ARC integrated GPU. It's decoding that 1 gigabit signal, the 8K signal, and now the display is 4K, but it's again showing this is being done live, and you can see it's the same image. It's on the big screen. It's on the little screen down here. Yet another 8K demonstration is over here. Here the source is coming from Intel's new software-defined box. This is really a Pro AV box, but it has HDMI 2.1 out. So I believe this is an 8K 6420 source. And now this is going into the latest Intel. I guess they bought the Altera software, FPGA, I'm sorry, for decoding. It goes, and there's this little board here which takes the HDMI in. It's encoded and decoded on this board and comes out over the other HDMI cable. And then it can be switched as a second source into this TV. I think it's actually showing the other source at this time, but it could be switched, and I saw it switched to this source previously. And yet another 8K demo. Over here, they have the Nikon Z9. This is a camera that has JPEG TICO RAW, so it's part of it's built into the camera, and is the only camera that's now able to capture 8K 60 content in a mirrorless format. So I was told that not only does it allow the capture of 8K60 content, but by including that TICO raw codec, it saves on many of the connection lines that go, the interface lines going between various components and memory in the camera. That reduces power, that lowers heat. So it has multiple advantages besides the ability to capture the AK60 content. And what they're showing on the screen here is actually Davinci Resolve, where they're editing and playing back live the TICO raw codec that's been imported into the timeline. So lots of good stuff here from IntoPix, and that's the story. Chris Chinnock for the 8K Monitor.